Welcome back. Continuing our coverage of COVID-19's impacts amid Missouri and the return to work. We are checking in with Boone County Commissioner Fred Parry tonight as the county sees a record jump in COVID-19 cases. Commissioner, thanks for joining us again tonight.
Thank you.
Boone County is reporting its highest single-day increase. We now are at 39 overnight. What kind of insight do you have on these increases so far?
Well, you know, most of it is contact to a known case. This is folks that are going out, probably not following the proper rules, that might be hanging out at a bar downtown, and then they go home and they infect everybody in their households. And so that's really where most of this is coming from. It's just simply infecting their family members or their roommates, and of course we've seen these big drops. That more than 50% of the cases are people under the age of 30, and so that's where the lion's share of this stuff is coming from.
Sure. And, you know, how have the conversations essentially been with the health department in trying to slow down this spread?
Well, you know, I think they're bewildered, for lack of better words. I think they're doing everything they can to really encourage people to take some precautions. You know, the problem is that there's so much misinformation out there about masks. There's so much misinformation about how COVID is spread, and they just seem to be constantly fighting that. And you know, we are people that are just typically, I hate to say rebellious, but we don't like being told what to do. And so we have sort of gotten ourselves into this situation, unfortunately, as a community.
You know, the next step of reopening, everyone's looking forward to that. What is the status of that? Is that still going to happen on the end of July?
No, it is. The health department will soon be announcing that this is going to be delayed for 3 weeks at least. The idea of moving from an occupancy limit of 100 up to 250 is not a good idea right now when you see the kind of spikes in cases that we're having. You know, 39 new cases today alone. So the health department is saying, you know, we're going to delay the reopening plan and put it off for at least 3 weeks until we see what's happening with the trend here in Columbia.
Sure. And the city of Columbia itself, as you're very much aware, the mask ordinance, if that gets approved on Monday night, people will have to start wearing masks or face coverings around the city limits. Is that something that the county is looking into considering as well?
Not at this time. That's going to be primarily a city ordinance. You know, of course, 75% of county residents live in the city limits of Columbia, so it does affect a large number of county citizens. But I don't believe you're going to see the county commission taking a similar action at this point.
Do you think masks are a good thing, though, moving forward?
I do believe that masks are a good thing. I don't like the idea of us mandating that people wear masks, but the truth of the matter is if we're going to protect ourselves and just be courteous to other people, there is nothing wrong with wearing a mask. You've got to ignore the junk science. Wearing a mask will greatly reduce the chances of you spreading COVID to another person, and it also helps, you know, protect your mucous membranes in your nose and your mouth from attracting that virus. So there's nothing wrong with wearing the mask. It's a smart thing to do. I regret the fact that it has to be mandated in the city limits of Columbia.
One of the things this week I think we were aware of was the contact tracing. They're overwhelmed, and we're starting to see more of these cases. So what else is going to be done to help contact tracers?
Well, I think they're going to probably have to really put some more stringent demands on people who are having large group gatherings. You know, I think they're going to ask people to collect names and phone numbers. I had a political fundraiser last night at Cosmo Park. We collected everybody's names and phone numbers just in the very unfortunate event that somebody does test positive in the next few days, that we will be able to contact everybody that attended our event and let them know that there has been a case. But you know, I think the county health department is doing a great job of contact tracing. They have over 300 people in quarantine right now, so it is a big job, but they seem to be doing pretty well with it.
Very important job as well. All right, Commissioner, thanks for joining us tonight. He'll be back at 6 o'clock for another update.
Thank you, Deborah.
You're welcome.